40 years ago, Peter Gabriel already had a reputation, former Genesis frontman, 4 acclaimed solo albums, and serious artistic credibility. However, he still wasn't a full mainstream force. Then, in May 1986, So arrived, his 5th solo album, the first one with an actual title, and the record that turned him from admired outsider to major cultural presence. Daniel Lanois was in charge of production, the songs were more immediate, and suddenly the distance between art rock and pop collapsed. What makes So fascinating is how carefully it's built. Gabriel and Lanois worked from Ashcombe House in Somerset, shaping songs with a Fairlight CMI, drum machines, and layers of overdub, while pulling in soul, art rock, and African and Brazilian rhythms. Then they opened the door wider with guests like Kate Bush, Laurie Anderson, and Youssou N'Dour. That combination gave So its monumental appeal. It feels handcrafted and high-tech at the same time, deeply emotional but still sonically adventurous. And the public so got it. So hit number 1 in the UK, stayed there for 2 weeks, and spent 77 weeks on the UK chart. In the US, it climbed to number 2 on the Billboard 200, and stayed there for 93 weeks. This wasn't a lightweight crossover album, this was a strange, sophisticated Peter Gabriel record breaking into the center of pop culture. He made it possible, not by sanding off his identity, by presenting it in sharper focus. Then came Sledgehammer. The single went to number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100, the only US number 1 of Gabriel's career. The video became a phenomenon, with stop motion, claymation and pixelation turning Gabriel into one of the defining visual artists of the MTV era. It won 9 MTV Video Music Awards, still a record for one video. It became the most played video in MTV history. So stopped being a popular art rock album and became an 80s event. The album's permanent place in music canons is justified by the depth under the shine. Don't Give Up carries themes of economic struggles, exhaustion, and dignity. Kate Bush's vocals give it that fragile lift and emotional power. Mercy Street reaches towards Anne Sexton and turns poetry into atmosphere. In Your Eyes brings in Youssou N'Dour and opens the album outward, spiritually and emotionally. That thematic range is the real achievement. One record holds hit singles, political unease, sensuality, grief and hope without feeling scattered. This is why So is still relevant. It became Gabriel's best-selling album, earned a Grammy nomination of Album of the Year and kept showing up on canon lists, including Rolling Stone's 500 greatest albums of all time and the best albums of the 1980s. More importantly, he made a bigger argument about pop itself. Pop could be adventurous, pop could use sampling, global rhythms, surreal visuals and unusual structures and still connect with millions. So proved that experimentation didn't have to live in the margins, but could resonate with the masses and push culture forward. 2026 marks 40 years since some of the most influential albums of the 1980s were released. Join us next month as we revisit another classic from the decade and let us know in the comments which album we have missed.